there are less people, but it's all right. Now we shall make some training tutorial, and I hope what I want is that you understand well, and after you try to make what we shall do now and what you have seen even earlier, to have to think about your extrapolation. This means just it is a question of vocabulary, your problem, okay, and after how to use that in your application. Now, this is a problem. You will see if you go to the literature, maybe 10,000, 100,000 papers on this subject, maybe 100 books on this subject, okay? But in my opinion, all these papers were not satisfactory at all for me, because they were just giving bounds, and for engineering application, engineers don't want bounds, they want values, okay? And this is a special way, and what I want you to understand is, for example, if I say, I give you, we have still few girls, if I give you the recipe of a cake, okay? If I tell you 2 spoons of sugar, 100 grams of flour, 100 grams of butter, okay, and 2 eggs, okay, this is the recipe, but you have to realize that the way you mix, the way you think, it is the process. This means if you don't say what kind of process you have obtained, then you can have a very hard and very awful cake, or on the contrary, a very nice. And then everything has to be concerned like that. It means most of the people working on this problem were just giving bound based on the formulation, but formulation means concentration. Okay, here we shall go a little further to see how we can put them again. We are always to think about some intelligence to get some result. Now, this is the problem. You have this is what it is called a representative volume element. You have inclusion. This is the stone. This is the concrete. Okay. Now, when I say to you concentration, it means if I tell you I have 10% of stones. Okay. This is possible, 10% of stone. This is the volume fraction, 10%. But if I tell you now, I have this kind of special shape of inclusion, I have this special size of inclusion, this special number of inclusion, and these inclusions are distributed this special way in your, then you can realize that you are thinking something else. Something else that are not in these books and not in this paper. This means what is the real distribution, what is the real process of your mixture. Okay. Now, for this special problem, okay, you have to say the matrix is the concrete and inclusion, geometry. Then some primitive description is just to say the concentration, the shape of the inclusion, the number of inclusion, random distribution of inclusion, and this random distribution now, this is where the pity Professor Cruz is not here. He will help us to build something. Okay, we say random distribution. You have first the to make probability on finite size element. It is very difficult. I don't know if you have studied this problem. Okay, because the inclusion cannot interpenetrate, cannot interpenetrate, and you have to define. And there are some special way to say, to characterize. In any case, there is a book published by Materon that is called Mathematical Morphology. Do you know this book? Mathematical Morphology. It is how to characterize aggregate from the statistic point of view. Okay, and here this can be represented by this number. When again number of inclusion, the shape ratio, this is the shape, and the position of the center of inertia. I shall show you. For example, the position of the center of inertia, the minimum distance between two inclusions, the maximum distance between inclusion, the distance, closest distance with inclusion to the center of inertia, and because this is something that is based on mathematical morphology and will give you roughly an idea of your mathematical distribution, your random distribution of your inclusion. Okay. Now, the shape ratio is this this divided by that. If you have almost 1, it is a square. This means then like you have circular inclusion. On the contrary, if this shape ratio is close to 0, it means you have a disk, a very thin layer. Okay? Then you distribute it. And the thing is, and this test can be performed in your kitchen. Huh? You take concrete, you have stone, you mix, and after you have your block and you measure your elastic properties. Okay? This is very simple problem. As I told you, for this particular problem, there are famous professors. The output conclusion are measure effective global coefficient or elastic properties. And here there are many models that have been published for this particular. So many models, so many bounds, so many people. As I told you, at least 10 to 50 books, I don't know exactly how many books, for this particular problem, huge. And so many papers on that, and for me, they were not bringing the solution. But however, as I told you during the day, we have to recover this knowledge. This means these people have been working so many years and they have some knowledge of this particular problem. Then we shall have to recover this knowledge. Okay? We shall go further. We want to go further than what they have been, but we want at the same time to recover their knowledge. Now, how did we build the database? Then this is when you are making the test on your block, or when you are making the numerical estimation, we applied homogeneous boundary condition. It means like that, and we measure the global properties. Okay, these are very simple. Numerically, then we apply this boundary condition to this structure, and here you have indeed here each of these almost square small things. You can see these are indeed finite element mesh. This property here is changing. This is changing, but this is mesh. This is made with an automatic mesh generator. When we generate first the inclusion, and we have automatic machine generator to make the inclusion. Okay, this, and we applied homogeneous boundary condition here on the surface. And using finite element program, we apply this boundary condition, homogeneous boundary condition, when you characterize then the global, you have a global strength tensor. If you apply this matrix there, the global strength tensor, you have a displacement field homogeneous like that. And this means you have this global strength tensor. You compute, and this is the, you can put that within a vector. You compute numerically the local stresses in any point of your inside your volume element, and you take, there are some theorems that I cannot expose here that tell you that if you know the local stresses, the global stresses that you can define on your representative volume element is the direct mean of the stress. Okay, these are theorems. This is a theorem. Now you have a global, and then this can be put into a vector. You have another vector, and this means you have now sigma equal L epsilon. This is my global elastic matrix. Okay. I apply that. This is okay. This is that, and I have a way to compute the elastic matrix, and of course, in principle, we shall get an anisotropic material. Anisotropic, not isotropic material, because of the distribution of the inclusion, there will not be isotropy. Now, we have done that several times. Okay, these are always my. Now, we have to get, I told you, intelligent descriptors. Here, indeed, this problem, for the moment, you have a matrix with its mechanical elastic properties. You have an inclusion with its elastic properties. You have a shape of the inclusion, the number, the distribution, and this is very well-defined problem. And this is how we have built the database. Well, now, we want to be able to give the answer for this problem for any kind of inclusion, which means any kind of elastic properties, any kind of matrix, any kind of shape ratio, shape of inclusion, the number, it can be, and you have to realize that if you have only one big inclusion in a corner, it is not the same that if you have several small inclusions fully distributed. Okay, this you have to realize. And we want to get the solution for that. Now, as I told you, many papers were published. Then, some papers, among some, this was published by Behrens, very simple. It does not mean that because the results were simple, that what they did were simple. What they did were simple. Then what they have said, if they say if we know the Lamé coefficient of the inclusion, lambda mu of inclusion, the Lamé coefficient of the matrix, M matrix, we compute this factor A, B, C, Q, and we can have, but since you can see here only the volume fraction is opening, then they have a kind of transverse isotropy for the asymmetry. They take into account only the volume fraction. They say they produce this value. You can imagine if you want to apply any kind of linear, nonlinear regression, it is difficult to obtain this kind of mathematical expression. Then this prediction of Behrens, this means when you have a sample model, simplified analysis, a sample model, this we have to recover because this will help the system to generate among all the possible function, mathematical expression, how to generate this. And of course, what we should say is we are close to that, but we are changing around this value. Okay. These are some predictions that we shall introduce. Now, okay, I don't know if you can see. Then you have reference for the file, volume fraction. These are the Behrens formula for the given. This is the number of inclusion, the shape ratio. This is to describe the mathematical morphology. Okay, and these are the real value. And the objective is to, based on this numerical value, we shall create several cases, and we shall see how to give after the prediction. And of course, we shall not create the database here, but it is like that, several examples. Okay, and now we shall see how to define, how to use automatic learning, and we shall see at the beginning, we don't take into account the Behrens formula, and we shall see what will be the result. After, we shall introduce these intelligent descriptors, and we shall see the result. And you will see that many cases where the prediction were very poor without Behrens, you can reach after very quickly 2% of error. Okay? And for us, 2% is wonderful. Now, for to be able to use these automatic learning tools, as I told you, and Professor Beer has also his own automatic learning tools. Okay? There are many that are available. I don't say one is better than the other. I should never say. What I say is you have a special database. For this special database, you use this tool. You obtain a reliability or an error. You use this tool, you obtain this. You use this tool, and of course, what you will take. And of course, if you change your database, the classification of result will not be the same. This means for each special database, there will be some these automatic learning tools that will be more appropriated than another one. For me, I say that a system is more appropriated if the reliability is higher with one tool than the other. This is all. Okay? And there is no, it is not possible to say in advance if a database is sufficient or not, because we know already that we shall have always a limited number of cases in our database. It means impossible to use a classical data analysis tool because you will obtain singular solution. And in artificial intelligence, we are making extrapolation, and we know that our input variables are coupled. We know that we don't have a full design of experiment, but however, we shall get. Now, we don't know what is possible. Now, as I told you, the system that I propose to give you, but you need to know a little how to use, because once again, I don't want that you don't know how to use, and after it's just like I am doing. Huh? For example, I say, Windows 8 is not interesting. I don't want, because I don't want to study and I don't want to try to know how to use it. Then I say it is not good, but I don't want that to say the same thing for my software. Okay, I am giving it, but I don't want to receive bad remarks. then I want you to know how to use it. Now, as I told you, there's this classical functionality. Prepare is to introduce, to recover the data, and to make the separation between learning base and test base. Learn is to generate the rules. In clear, to see the rules in clear. Test is to know the reliability of the system. Conclude is to apply to new cases. And SEA to Excel and optimize, I shall explain to you more later. But SEA to Excel means there are some special functionality to recover all our mathematical expression that have been used within Excel, so that you can change very quickly your input variable, and you will see automatically the result, like I show you in the example of the composite materials, and in the example this morning. Now, to learn, as you can see, you can fix the maximum power. For example, here you want only linear. This means your input variable, your attribute, will be taken only at power 1. If I change the power 2, then. But now, if I say the products, because you have always coupling between your input attribute, and then if I say couple, yes, then it means instead of degree 1, it will be degrees 2. And if I say degrees 2 and I say couple, this means the maximum degrees will be 4 of a mathematical expression. But it does not mean because you increase the maximum power that you will improve the reliability. Be careful, it is not necessary that it will improve. You try different. Then the product, yes. Normalization, because your input variable are totally, even if you have something that is very well structured, because you cannot use any automatic learning tools if your database is not very well structured. You have this very well, but everything in each column has the same physical meaning, but two columns are totally different. What is the link between the number of inclusion and the shape ratio? There's nothing, no link. Okay. Now, very often people want to work on non-dimensional variable or dimensional variable. This means instead of working on variable x, we know that x has x max and x mean, and then we work with this variable It means always between 0 and 1. Okay? 0 and 1. Normalization or no. After, if you want to have some correlation with the conclusion, there are some tools. Once again, it took us about 3 years to develop that, 3 or 4 years. Don't need to go too far. You take the simplest hypothesis and you try to see, you change, and you try to see if you improve or not your reliability. Well, again, the reliability of automatic learning means the error between, the maximum error between what you are able to predict and what you have measured or what you have computed. Okay, this is how we define the error. Now, in order to use the software, we need to prepare 2 ASCII files. One ASCII file will contain all the value in your column of your, for example, Excel sheet file, and another one then this is the dat file. And another one that is called ini file will contain the list first, will contain first family. First family will contain, tell you how many input descriptors you have. Not how many input, how many descriptors, because among the descriptors you have also the conclusion. You don't know where is the conclusion. Now, how many, where is the conclusion, how many examples, that this is the first family, because I told you you are giving ASCII file with any kind of separator. The separator can be a comma, can be a blank, okay? And the system will have to read. If he knows the number of descriptors, then he says first example, second example, okay? And after, how many examples? This means you may have prepared a database with maybe 200 example cases, but you want just that the system keep only the first 100, then you say 100, even if there are 200. You understand? Now, the second family is very important, the nature and the name of each descriptor. Then the system needs to know if this descriptor is able to detect if the descriptor is a number or a string, a alphanumerical variable, but is not able to say if, for this particular problem, this input descriptor is relevant or not. You may have prepared your data file thinking to some other problem, and now you want just to have, you have a very reduced problem. You don't want to rewrite your Excel file, then you say this descriptor will not take part for this particular problem. Okay, I shall delete. Okay, and the third part, but not important here, is only when you are making classification, but this is not important, is how to describe when you have a conclusion. The conclusion can be a number, then you don't need to discretize, but if it is a name, you have to, how many variables you have. You have hair with no hair, color of the hair, something like that. And then you have to say what it is called a modality. This is what was presented yesterday by Professor Cruz. But third family is not very important for us. Now, this is an example. We have 11 example in 11 number of descriptors. The 11th for the conclusion. 8 examples to be considered in the learning. Okay. And now, this is first family. Second family, this input variable 32 means this is a chain of characters to be deleted. 5 is a number to be kept. 5 to be kept. 34 is a chain of characters to be kept. And this 34 is conclusion. This means brittle rupture or ductile rupture, chain of characters. Okay. To be kept and to be discretized. Okay. Once again, 32. Now, when I say 4 instead of 5, this means I have to delete. This means the system, the same way I say 32, this means your database, but of course, the system will delete automatically all the column, 32. For 4, it will delete the column that you have, where you have number automatically, and it will not use this information. This is what you need to prepare. Okay? These are the general code that we are using in our software. 4, 5, 6 for real number, 4 to be kept, 5 or 6 is the same. For the only for the symbolic version, you have a difference. For number, if you have integer number, 8 to be deleted, 9 and 10 to be kept. For character, 32 to be deleted, 33 and 34 to be kept. Now, again, in order to use the software, we need to prepare this data file, lat and ini. There are some utilities that are given with the software. Particularly, you have to access to Excel. This means if you have prepared Excel file, then the system will be able to read your Excel file. If you have prepared some other file, the system is able to do that. Again, you have this functionality, prepare. Okay. Now, in prepare, again, what is the most important is that among the example that you are giving, some will be used randomly. Some, for example, it depends the algorithm. There are different algorithms that I cannot tell you here about jackknife. Jackknife is, for example, if you have n number of example, you take n-1 and the last one is put in learning, you learn, in test, you learn and you take, and you do that by circular permutation. Bootstrap, randomly, you take maybe, if you have 30, you decide 20 will be used in learning, then the system will select 20 randomly, and we keep the 10 in the test pass. Okay, this is done like that. Now, something that is very important, because again, the system is generating randomly mathematical expression, randomly. And it has to recover and to change, and as I told you, the most information that we can get, it means, for example, we know that for one given variable, maybe it is good to take this square. When we say that we want this square for this variable, we know that this will not take part, and we have to help the system, because as I told you, we have a huge space and impossible to get enough data. Learn. Now, as I told you, you try always the easiest model. One, and after no product, and after you add the product, and after you increase the number, you go slowly and slowly, and if you cannot improve the error, the reliability, you say you are not, maybe the data is not good enough, and you have to do something else. In clear, we shall see the mathematical expression, test to look the accuracy of the learning. I shall show you what it means. This is the icon that you have. Okay, we shall see the utilities, functionality, you can see. Now we shall go to select a special application. Okay. We shall go for that, and for example, we shall go to this special example. Okay, when I have selected that. Functionality, okay, I shall do that, and we shall see later. Okay, then the system has found that there are 1, 2, 3, 4 descriptors. Okay, there are 3 numbers, real numbers, and 1 qualitative descriptors, the color. Okay, and the color has 2 modalities, blank or black, blank and black. Now, this is what the system has detected during the prepare. And now we shall go to learn. Maximum power, I told you 1, nothing to change. Product or element, no. Okay, and we shall see what will happen. And here you have what is the most important is absolute relative residue this means about 300% of error, 2.9 means 300% of error. This means something that you cannot tolerate. Okay? Then we shall go to learn again. We shall make the product. Now we are still 100% of error. We shall try to improve. Now we are 7% of error. Okay, 7% is more acceptable. When we can solve, we can try to improve. Okay, and this is how it is necessary to proceed. Okay, 7%. This means for this special problem, we have to take order 2, and we have to take product. Now we have to see in clear. Then the system has generated this function. The conclusion Z is this means 0.5y plus 0.5y multiplied by this color 1. Okay, this number, this is number 2, color modality 2. Okay, this is how the system has generated the function. And here you have, from statistical point of view, for each coefficient that it has generated, this is the average value, and this is Eckart type, sigma. How do you call sigma already?
Subdeviation.
Huh?
Subdeviation.
Yes, standard deviation. This is the standard deviation. Okay. And now, if we say test, when he said the polynomial value was 1.70, the real value was that. It means we have error of that. Okay? Do you understand what it means? Do you understand what means the error? Can you call me? Do you understand what it means error? This means this is the prediction when you use the polynomial, and this is the real value because this is what you have created yourself, what you have introduced as your, in principle, your exact solution. And the system, and then you have, within the system give you, I told you something like 6% or 7% of error. This means the maximum value will be, if you take that absolute, relative absolute value, 7%, no more than 7%. If it, yes?
What kind of error is that? Is that like a mean squared error or?
No, for each quantity,
Yes.
I told you absolute relative value.
Absolutely.
Okay? This means it is the polynomial minus the exact value, absolute value, divided by the exact value. Of course, this has a meaning only if this is different from 0. Only if this value is, that you want to predict is different from 0. Okay? When you have relative value, you have to be careful. And, oh, sorry, I have cancelled my, I have to and now when I say conclude, indeed, when I say conclude, I have prepared a special some special example for which I did not know the conclusion, and I asked the system to apply the rules on this special. This means, and this I told you to use the program. I have these two files. These are necessary to run the program. And if you prepare apply this file has the same structure than this one, except that the column conclusion can be anything. Okay? And the system will fill the column conclusion based on, I mean, it is the engine that we have generated here will apply and will tell you what is the value here. Do you understand? Do you follow? Do you follow? This is, indeed, we have developed this environment for medical doctors and for bankers. This means for people who, in principle, know nothing. Okay, then it is very simple. You have to go, okay, and we are against software like R or MATCAD or something like that, where people need to know about programming. Okay, you have your database of example. Based on this database, you will see some utilities, and these utilities we generate automatically these two files. And now, if you have prepared an apply file, then the system will tell you the conclusion. Okay, then this is the input, and this is the conclusion given by the system. Okay. Now, I come back. Now I have to come back to my. Third file xxx, you execute conclude. Now we have some add-on with this program, and first one is very important. And now all these people at Microsoft, Apple, or something like that are playing with us. They want our money. Then I say I don't want to enter anymore to this, and they are changing always the format of their file. Then for us it is Excel sheet 4 format. They can do what they want, and particularly the new format in Excel has changed again. We don't care. You have to you have to build yourself the two ASCII file, dat and ini file. You have to put it. But otherwise, if you have Excel sheet file, if you have, sorry, I pressed by mistake the button to say to start, to stop. I'm sorry. Okay. Well, we shall see how we shall see first how to use Excel sheet file, how they will generate, and after now we are on apply. I cannot give you, as I told you, the software like that. But maybe if Michael arrange something, I shall give it to him. He could distribute, but only if somebody is able to explain to you how to use the software. Because, as I told you, I want to be sure that you know how to use. We have to restart. Now, we shall see how to use Excel sheet file, and after we shall go again to the database that I have created for the concrete problem. This means the aggregate, and we shall see how to apply it. And also we shall see, we take the same database. We say we don't want to use what I call intelligent descriptors for this problem. This means the Behrens formula. You will see what will be the result. Okay. Using the best treatment, okay, you will see the result. You will see that you are too far. If you use the Behrens formula, suddenly you reach totally different result. Okay, then this is the main thing. This means if you have models, for example, for this morning, or early afternoon, I presented the case of SKF for the tensioner. They have some special model. We have used this special model, but this model belongs to them, and this allows you to reduce a lot the size of your database. Have you some question? Because I'm sorry, I pressed the wrong button. I wanted to press escape, and I press stop button on my computer. Have you some question? No? Okay, can you tell me, please, what did you keep from what I have presented? Not for the training, but what is the main point in this special approach?
From the overall thing.
Yes, the methodology. What are the steps that you need to follow?
Steps to follow. So what I understood is that you have this program.
Maybe louder so that people.
You have this program where the idea is to have you have your, say, your properties, your geometry, your material properties.
No. I'm not speaking about this tutorial.
Oh.
This methodology of the approach on optimal design, intelligent optimal design. I started, you have a special problem.
Yeah.
For this problem, first thing is to
Define your objective.
objective, you have your objective, problem, and now after then you have to
After you define your objective, you need to then set up your rules.
to create a database of examples. This database of example is at first described by primitive descriptors. Okay, now you have to change because this database is not structured, it cannot fit. You have to go to intelligent description. Okay? Once you have reached this intelligent description, you can go to automatic learning. And once you have finished automatic learning, if it is good reliability, you go to virtual design and optimal design. You understand? It is general. You have always the same thing. You have you prepare an Excel sheet file. And this Excel sheet file has need to have a special format. The first line, only one line, you will have all the name of each of your column. Okay. And here, in each, and try to find sample name. You need to don't use x1, x2, it is very boring. And also you could forget, you have to find name based on the real physical meaning of each of your column, but don't put any accent, and you are not allowed to put a blank, okay, because it will be considered as two different. Sample, design, for example. Okay, sample, you have to put underscore to make, you are not allowed to put a slash or a comma or anything like that. Okay. And the system will automatically read the number of columns. Then he will say n column. He will say conclusion, but he does not know, and he will say, he will count the number of lines, and this means the number of examples. This is the number of descriptors and number of descriptors. This is the number of examples. But this is CL, something that he does not know, because of course he does not know your problem. And you will have to say that indeed this special conclusion, this means below the number of columns, this special conclusion will be what you consider for this special problem, like your conclusion, and the other descriptor will be input for this conclusion. And you will have to edit your file, and you will find the number of line, sorry, after the first one, after the first one. This means the number of example. And you can say to the system, no, you take only the first 100 or the first 10. If you have 150, you take only, you think that it will be sufficient, and like that, you will leave the other example to test more. This means already in the program you have a test procedure, but here something even more, because the system will not have seen anything about this example that you have put totally aside yourself. Okay? Then, if you are lucky. Okay? Now, this is very important. We shall go and we shall see. And there is another utility, because very often in your Excel file, there is no only one conclusion. There are several conclusions. This means, as I told you, you have prepared your elastic aggregate like that, and you have measured all the, or computed all the elastic coefficients. Then you have several conclusions. Then you have to say, indeed, in this file, you have multiple several conclusions, and we have to prepare a special file with extension MNE. This means apply MNE, and when the system finds apply MNE, it means that there are several conclusions, and what you say in this file, very simple, how many conclusions, the number of conclusions, and you say descriptor 11, descriptor 13, descriptor, for example, if I say 4, 15, and descriptor 20. This means 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 conclusions. And then the system will just automatically create the subdirectory with the name. Based on that, the system will create subdirectory. Okay, and apply 20. And here you will see two files, apply 11 dat, apply 11 ini, and automatically for this ini, you will see that the descriptor 11 will be taken as your conclusion, and of course all the other conclusions you cannot use as input the other conclusion, okay? Because they are the result of your measurement or your test. Okay. Now, we shall see how to proceed. Oh, I have pressed again. Sorry. Oh, sorry. Well, okay. Maybe. I don't know what is happening in my head. I don't know why I pressed that instead of escape. Okay. Terrible. Now, like with any tools, like maybe you have learned how to drive a car, you have to follow some rules, okay? You have to follow some rules. And with this software also, you have to follow some rules. As I told you, Excel sheet 4, and for Windows, the last Windows, you cannot produce Excel sheet 4. I don't know if you know that or not. Then you will have to go to all, or to make that by hand. Or, but since I told you I did not come here to sell anything, we have developed some tools to go around that, okay, to create, even from any Excel sheet file, to create the INI and that file. I'm so sorry. Crazy. At least he will help me to pass the time. Huh? This will help me to pass the time. Okay, now, maybe I would like to have some reaction from your side. Okay, give me what you think.
How wide could you take this approach? So my background is in environmental science.
Yes.
So can I take this from a simple concrete block to try and apply it to the environment, and kind of creating an intelligent system or optimized system for environmental science?
This is your problem. Environment, are you concerned with what is happening in the sea, in the field, in the air? Okay. What kind of environment?
It's riverbank erosion.
Riverbank erosion.
Yeah.
Very strange. I have a friend who is working on this area. Maybe do you know his name? Is Abadi. Are you working with this guy, a French?
I haven't heard.
He is working, and also, particularly in France, they are using, looking at the evolution of an algus. Comment on dit algue? Hein? Algus. Something that propagate and that increase also the erosion of banks. Okay. Now, for this particular problem, I don't know what you are doing, okay? But you need to meet people working in fluid mechanics, because according the motion of the river, the current, okay, and also this river is used by people with boats. Okay, when the boats are coming to the river, they are there. Okay, then there are many things. Okay, now up to you to say what are your database. This problem is well defined. You want to reduce what kind of protection you want to build, or how at least could you know the evolution so that at least in France we have many problems. Not along the river. The river is much simpler, but on the sea, yeah, many houses are falling down. Okay, this is more difficult, but because you cannot control the sea, but the river you can control. It means how can you control the speed? How do you want to build some dams or something like that, so that the speed is reduced, or you change the direction of the current? Okay, any problem you have to follow, and I hope you will prepare something for Friday. Huh? And any problem, you will have to discuss and to say, this is my primitive description. I cannot move that. Okay, this is the data. You have made your measurement. The primitive description we cannot move. Only in the intelligent descriptors, sometimes if the number of your input variable is lower than 10, we can afford maybe to make a design of experiments. Then it depends of your problem, okay? But if it is not the case, for example, for the problem of the concrete, you have many more than that, and you cannot afford. And even if the numerical time, we don't pay our PhD students. They are making that, running mini-element program procedure to create the database. Now, if you want to make real test, for example, in a river, it is very long to obtain the information, okay, to look at this problem of erosion. And now, you have surely a limited budget. Huh? You cannot do anything. For example, to build a dam, what kind of dam? In France, recently, we wanted to build a dam for our peasants, and there was a total fight, one death, even one death. Huh? And what kind of thing can you afford